The USAID Resilient Waters program aimed to build more resilient and water-secure Southern African communities and ecosystems through improving management of transboundary natural resources and increasing access to safe drinking water and sanitation services. The geographic focus was on the Limpopo River Basin, home to 18 million people living in parts of South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. The Okavango River Basin, with its population of 1 million people in Angola, Namibia, and Botswana, and in the Buzi, Pungwe, and Save Tri-Basin, with a population of 5.5 million people across parts of Zimbabwe and Mozambique. Overlaying the Limpopo and Okavango River Basins, the program also worked in the Great Limpopo Transfrontier Conservation Area and the Kavango-Zambezi Transfrontier Conservation Area. These videos introduce some of the Resilient Waters grantees and the progress that was made within the 5-year program period from 2018 to 2023.
My name is Joylene Josamu and I'm from Maru Ciberconnect NPC. We are based in Midrand in the city of Johannesburg. And we are working in 2 provinces of South Africa, in Gauteng and in Limpopo province.
My name is Rutendo Masia. I'm from Maru Ciberconnect. Okay, so Maru is implementing and conducting training on integrated water resource management. This program is being implemented in 2 provinces in South Africa, which is Gauteng and Limpopo province. So we are covering the Limpopo River Basin. So the trainer workshops have been conducted for 130 ambassadors that are going to roll out into training the broader community on integrated water resource management and climate change adaptation. So they are going to do this through a series of workshops and door-to-door education and awareness campaigns. Then through this, we have developed a questionnaire that they are using to gather information about the water bodies that are within the communities. So we would like to know and understand the situation that is there in these communities and try to come up with action plans that we are going to develop with the communities as well as different stakeholders that will assist us in making sure that there's proper management of water resources.
And also through this program, through our 130 ambassadors, we are going to reach out to 80,000 people in Gauteng and Limpopo province. So we've learned that many people live next or with water bodies. Unfortunately, they really did not take ownership. They didn't know that they could be custodians of the natural resources around them. So with this project, now we're realizing that education and capacity building within communities is very important to make them understand that they are custodians of the natural resources around them. And also we have seen that the government is doing a lot, to raise awareness, but it's not as much as they could do, because there's a huge gap. Yes, the government is trying, but it needs a community approach when it comes to natural resource conservation. Like when you go into communities, you realize that, they know that there's maybe Department of Water and Sanitation, or there's Department of Environment, Forestry and Fisheries, but they don't really know, how they can participate in the conservation of natural resources. So we've identified a gap in that area that us as civil society organizations can contribute to the conservation of our natural resources. Okay, so before the project, we were using a physical questionnaire to gather information, and also would just do a generic training manual to train to train communities. But now with this program, we've learned that we can actually do an electronic questionnaire and gather the information that we need. And that actually saves us from printing a lot of questionnaire and also the administration. Because remember, after printing, you take them out to ambassadors, they'll go and gather information, they bring back heaps and heaps of paper, and we have to capture. So we're using a lot of time and resources to do information gathering and then analyzing and reporting. But now with using an electronic questionnaire, we are able to get the information on time and real time. We don't have to work for a month and gather information in boxes of papers and analyze them. And then the other thing is that with this program, we did what is called training needs analysis. So we did not develop a generic training manual. We developed a training manual according to the gaps that we identified during our training needs analysis. So now, even in terms of feedback, we now have impact stories, we've got pictures, we've got, the real work that the people are doing. Not only that, through this project, we are now more inclusive in terms of gender and social equality, which is something that we never really looked at in our previous projects.
Okay, so there are quite a number of things that are quite interesting in implementing this project. Is the impact that we are actually making in communities. In terms of the impact stories, there are people within the ambassadors that were attesting that this work, it has actually helped them to put food on their tables. They didn't have jobs, and this project has made them get an income that will be able to improve their livelihoods. And also the other best part is that the people are they love what they're doing. They love what they're doing. So they are even saying that even after the project, they'll still go to the rivers and do cleanups and also educate people in the communities. So I think that's quite unique, and yeah.
And just to add on to that, we had a beautiful experience in the Alexandra township of the city of Johannesburg, where we took the training to water warriors in that area. And these water warriors also are working along the Yaskei River, which is highly polluted. And we realized that the pollution is because of human behavior. People come from different areas to dump in the river. So when we conducted the training, we told them that you are custodians of the river, next to you. You need to take responsibility. And now we told them that you can actually police the river and stop people from illegally dumping in the river. And the next day when we went there, they told us a beautiful story that they saw a bakkie coming to illegally dump in the river, but they were there and they were bold enough to go and stop that driver from littering in the river. And that guy tried to argue with them. And then they told him that we are going to take your number plate and we are going to report you to Johannesburg Metro Police Department. And because of that, the person who was driving the bakkie ran away, did not dump in the river. So the community was so excited. So saying that we didn't know that we could do this. But because of this training, now we are contributing to the conservation of our river and protecting it as a community. And which is something that they never thought they could do. Now they are taking ownership, which is very exciting.